Yo, this is T Mills from Aint2Late2.com. This is day 3 makeup 5-minute ball handling. So right now I got on a exercise mask and weighted gloves. Again, I just got done doing a workout, so I'm already warmed up. More than warmed up is my arms were feeling heavy immediately. It wasn't the ball didn't feel as slick in my hands as it normally would when I had the gloves on. And I wasn't really taking full advantage of having the gloves on because I wasn't going as hard because my arms was hurting. That's part of hurting in the way of as far as working out. It wasn't. It was. It was. It wasn't. I didn't have the energy, and I think, and it was more of a shock of the having the gloves on. We know I'm better than this, but that's the sidebar. That's the point. If you ain't proving it, then you're not. If you ain't doing it, then you're not better. This part was bad. That part that just went by. Taking advantage with the gloves on includes like kind of trying to grip the ball and letting it slide off your fingers because you're not going to be able to grip. I'm not going to be able to grip it with those gloves, and I wasn't doing it. But I did going into it. I wanted it to be more difficult. The workout. This was like I said, this was the makeup for day 3. I didn't even do the one for today yet. I did this one. This was like 1 in the afternoon. It's now 10:30. So I was more conscious of how I was going on the reverse. It wasn't even like I wasn't conscious the first time or when I was doing it clockwise. It was more making a better effort. It was in spurts. So this I knew I was going to have a issue explain trying to explain this because I didn't do it and I couldn't figure out what I was thinking. It was a way catching a ball with my hand in a different position, more out. But if I'm passing it um, from left to right, I wouldn't be able to have my hand facing my right arm facing out. So I was trying to figure out, and I came up with it was more catching it that way off the pass. Somebody else was passing it to me. I think I threw it off the bookcase like once to try to get that, but that's what I was trying to work out. But it was my struggles came with the weight of the gloves and already being um having already worked out and having a mask on. I think I need to drop one of those, either drop the mask or drop the gloves, just so it won't be so I'm so far behind that I'm getting no benefit from it. Where it's more difficult to push myself because there's so many extra challenges. So I did take off the gloves. I would had intent on doing that anyway. The point was, normally when I have them on and I take them off, I feel like my hand, I can grip the ball. It feels more like part of my hand. I didn't feel that when I went to these taps. I didn't feel that taking the gloves off this time. Just working on different movements with my feet and having a ball in different positions. And I did add a 5 second rest the in between each exercise, and I did need it. It's this thing I see some people do sometimes on highlights where they jab but put it between, like, wrap it around their foot, the one that's jabbing. Um, I don't know if I seen it with the other one, but that's why I'm working on that. I added that. So this is the opposite way I'm using both. I'm gonna wind up using both pivot feet, and I felt this in my quads. That workout I had did was ab focused, so I was conscious like of keeping my abs tight, but I felt it in my legs because I wasn't bending at my back. If those gloves felt, if it felt right after I took them off how I was supposed to, I would have did the behind the back wraps just to test it, but it didn't work out like that. So I went with that jab step. Both are cool though. So at this point, I was listening to something coming up to this, and I turned it off so that my breathing could actually be heard. I was going heavy. That cuff is really what I want to be working on. And I had mentioned before about I didn't like the way it was like going up with the layup. Cuffing would make it look better because I can do that double. I could try cuffing with this one too, like faking it behind the back, cuffing it and pulling it back. That can go into a layup. My layup package gonna be crazy. I'm working on this. I can use this for my legs, but I don't think as is it would translate when I'm cuffing a ball. It's hard to do it without dropping it, without cuffing it. But I feel like I might be bent over too much. Like my back is parallel to the ground. So I'll try to work coming out of that to see if I can. But it might need to be sit down more so that my back is forced to be a little bit more upright, not straight, but more diagonal as opposed to flat. jelly in my head. Alright. Look kind of weak, like soft. I mean, I've said why multiple times, but just the same. That's how it looks. That's a good recovery. So I need to add more stuff to my arsenal. But it ain't too late to.com.